about racing. Project E. Finally, you show yourself. That's an FD. What's that? An 8.6.
Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to Project Zangetsu. So I've noticed a new problem ever since I replaced the fender, is that I think there's a bit of an alignment issue, because whenever I open my door, there's a slight squeak somewhere, like it's catching, and I think it's down here. Based on all the scratches, basically, because I can even see the fender flexing slightly as I open and close the door. So it's a small problem. I think I just need to realign and adjust the fender a little bit, so that's what I'm going to be doing now. Okay, so far I have loosened these bolts here. That holds the fender in. Okay, and what I've noticed is that there does seem to be some slight give, and now that I've loosened them, I've also loosened the one here inside the door. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, that one right there. I've loosened it as well. So I'm gonna try and sort of like push it that way, and then keep it that way while I retighten the bolts to see if that'll make any difference. Okay, I think I found where the issue is. So this bolt here at the bottom is where there is the most movement on the fender. So the part of it that I'm moving now is the bottom part of it. Let me try and show you from outside. So this is the fender, obviously, and then this is the bottom part that I'm busy moving. So now when I pull it all the way to the right, even without tightening, no more squeak. We've got full clearance. So now I just need to basically tighten it in that position. Okay, looks like we have success. No more squeak. It's unfortunate we caught it so late, because now we've got all of these scratches now. Unnecessary damage that could have been avoided. But it doesn't look like a big thing to fix though. I think some touch-up paint could do the job. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the vlog. As you can probably tell, probably by the title of this video, that today's vlog is not necessarily automotive. Today's vlog is more about the man behind the car, in the sense that, you know, over the years I've come to look at the relationship between Zangetsu and I in maybe a bit more of a deeper sense, at the risk of sounding dramatic or overly philosophical. I think as much as the car is a work in progress, so am I, you know? And it's possible that I'm being superstitious, but I think I've sort of like, you know, this could be purely because of confirmation bias, but I think I've started to sort of like notice instances of, you know, whenever I start sort of like getting something right with the car, you know, like as like a certain sort of like improvement happens over a certain period, almost like a step-by-step process. The same thing happens in my personal life to a degree, in one way or the other. And I think in that way, we're sort of like, you know, we're walking together kind of thing, Zangetsu and I. Hence the reason why I call him Zangetsu in the first place, the relationship between a Soul Reaver and the Zanpakuto. To get more clarity on that, you will need to watch Bleach. It's an awesome anime. I am at a garage right now in Four Ways. I'm actually around the corner from the Four Ways Comedy Club. It's a Friday, and they have shows every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Shows start at 8 p.m. So I am here hoping to maybe get some stage time. It's about an hour before the show starts. So I haven't had dinner. I'm going to be chilling in the car for that time, maybe going over my material. While I have some garage food, I got myself a pie. I don't know if I'm at the level yet in my channel where you guys are interested enough in me to want to know what I'm eating, but yeah, I got myself a chicken and mushroom pie. I don't know if I'll do a food review on it, but that's going to be my dinner for tonight. I've also got some Coke that I poured some in a tumbler for myself to wash down. So that's how I'm going to be killing time before the show. And this is going to be my 6th show since I've come back. And it's an interesting milestone in that I'm feeling pretty proud of myself for the fact that coming back to the comedy stage was something that I was like almost deathly afraid of. And now I've done it six times. I've attended, well, this will be the 6th time. I've attended 7 shows, but this will be my 6th performance. So my plan is that because it's been such a long time and I'm rusty and everything, is for me to do old material for the first 10 sort of like open mic sets that I do, just to give myself a feel of being back on stage, getting used to speaking to the crowd and things like that, you know, shaking off the cobwebs, and reminding myself of certain maybe tips and tricks that I used to perform that I may have forgotten just because it's been a long time. And then after that, I've sort of like, you know, put myself under the pressure of having to write new material and perform that new material. The old material I am only doing just to get myself comfortable getting back on stage, just, you know, as a comfort zone kind of thing, because it's gags that work, you know. And then once the 10 shows run is done, then we're going to be doing new material. So there's 4 shows left after this one. So it's quite exciting and quite scary at the same time. I don't know quite how I'm feeling, but mostly proud. I just can't believe I'm sitting here right now. But yeah, wish me luck. Alright guys, a bit of a plot twist on the comedy show tonight. So it turns out that there won't actually be a show at the venue tonight, but there is going to be a comedy workshop that Gidiboni is holding for us. So that's going to be something that's quite valuable and helpful for the career and skills wise. It's going to be my first workshop, so it's going to be quite fun.
I thought also it cannot be that I'm adding color, but it's the wrong color.
Yeah, so with it, because it's only Subaru, like I believe if it plays it in the nature of a dealer game, That's why you didn't interrupt, because they're not seeing it coming.
This whole premise of, you know how like when you say your mapape is,
Yeah, 4,000.
you know what I'm saying? So that's the
Yeah,
premise.
So that's funny. So now you must bring it back to yesterday. Yesterday, somebody called you, but now it's a site that called you with a funny name. So it's not so. Remember that. Remember that. You know, if.
This is one of those cars that I've always been very curious about. The BMW 135. I just had to park next to it, as it is one of my favorites. One of the many reasons why I love this car is the fact that it's a turbocharged engine. It's got an engine from a 335i. So that is a bigger car because it's a 3 Series, and they've put it into a lighter body 1 Series. And the fact that it's a sedan 1 Series, to me, sort of invokes images of the old box-shaped BMWs that they used to call the Gusheshe. I used to affectionately call it the new Gusheshe in my eyes. But yeah, this is a very nice build to whoever owns it. Another reason why I love shooting Zangetsu in locations like this is because I think he just looks so good and natural in them. And I think because of the whole rally heritage surrounding the stigma of Subarus, it just makes sense. And the cars actually do look very good out in the wild. So I don't know, this is just one of my favorite locations to shoot. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term body dysmorphia. I'm not sure of the exact dictionary definition of what it means, but I believe it has something to do with what we go through as people when we compare ourselves to others, especially physically, and we put like a lot of pressure on ourselves, especially let's say if you're someone who wants to lose weight, and every time, and maybe like, you know, you're working out, you're going on diets, you're actually making progress, but every time you look in the mirror, because of your mental state, all you see is a fat person, you know, and there's always more to do and things like that. So that's a roundabout explanation of what body dysmorphia is. They also use it to explain how social media and the fashion industries and stuff like that are affecting children that consume the content, you know, because they compare themselves to these models and then they see themselves as less just because of what the models look like, so on and so forth. Anyway, that's body dysmorphia. And the point that I'm trying to make in this very roundabout, long-winded way is that I feel like I'm experiencing something like that with Zangetsu, but in a positive way. Because I feel like just because of the few things that I've done recently to fix some of the damage, the car in my eye is looking better than it actually is, you know? Like, it looks so good now to me, but I'm fully aware that it still looks like a piece of shit. There's still a lot of work to be done, especially on that front end. I mean, that bumper needs to be either fixed or just outright replaced. The bonnet needs the same thing, either fixed or just outright replaced. That dent on the quarter panel, you know, it's gradually looking better, but it's still there, you know. And then there's the damage on the other side of the car as well that we know about from the other accident. So yeah, I'm fully aware of those things still being there, but for some reason the car just looks so good to me. And I think it's also got to do with how it feels currently as well. Ever since I fixed that fourth bolt by the coil pack and stuff like that, that wasn't giving us access to all four of our spark plugs in terms of power. the power increase in terms of my experience of it, not actual power increase, is so dramatic, you know. So I think those things combined, how it's feeling and how it's looking, is just giving a very exaggerated perspective to me of how good it actually is. I'm just really loving this car right now. Alright guys, welcome back to the end of the video. I hope you guys are enjoying the scenic location that I've chosen for you guys today. This is an area that I've always liked coming to, just to, you know, hang out and enjoy the tranquility, the soothing sounds and sights of nature, at the risk of sounding really corny about it, but it truly is that, you know. I don't know how else to put it. There really is something sort of like soothing and comforting about being in nature, you know, especially being the type of person I am. I'm part of the 420 crowd, so, you know, I'm not ashamed to say or admit that, or for whatever reason. So environments like this are very conducive to that too, you know. But I'm also, like, I don't want to say spiritual, because I feel like it's kind of like virtue signaling, but I do try my best to practice things like meditation and contemplation, and I like doing stuff like that out in environments like this as well, you know. Environments like this are just good for a lot of reasons for me, you know. It's like the cheapest form of entertainment you could ever give me. I like spending lots of time here. I do things like, you know, try to get inspiration for writing projects if maybe I feel stuck, or just to maybe think about certain life problems that I'm having that I need to figure out. You know, environments like this help, you know. So yeah, man, I've just been doing that, just been thinking about how good things have been going lately. Well, not like good, but like they've been looking very promising. There's a lot of like positive movement in the direction of where I actually want to go with things like my career, Zangetsu, this channel, my life, you know. There's a lot of promise and potential that seems to be on the horizon. And yeah, man, I've just been sort of like, you know, reflecting and taking it all in this, my sanctuary, so to speak. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Very random vlog for today. Yeah, man, just a day in the life, you know. I don't even really have anything specific to say, because there's so much that's up in the air. There's so much, like, I know everything, but I don't quite know how to put it into words, because there's a lot of like planning and behind the scenes things that are being done, decisions being made. So I can't quite spill it all out yet, but just know that I appreciate that you all have stuck with me throughout the entire journey. And yeah, it hasn't been for nothing. And I'm enjoying where it's potentially going to go, where I am going to actively make effort for it to go. And I'm excited to take you guys along for the ride and share what comes. But in the meantime, after all that nonsensical rabble, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the thumbs up icon to leave us a like. And if you'd like to see more from Project Zangetsu, please go ahead and click subscribe. And be sure to hit that bell icon so you are notified each and every time I drop new content on this here channel. And as usual, people, take care of each other, stay awesome, and keep the dream alive. Peace.
Grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff, everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once.